praise is due to the Most High. We talking boxing talk. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Sometimes like in boxing, life knock you down. Get up on both feet, we never accept defeat. Remove the chains off your mind and take your time. The truth teller's always on the front line. You COINTELPRO boxer fans, you're dead wrong. Spitting division and hate all day long. But I rebuke you spineless devils in the name of Jesus. And y'all know we really don't give a damn about your wicked motives, always trying to split the fam. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Sunday afternoon, I need to unwind. I grab a cup of tea and play my sister Sugar Free. Mars, her knowledge, she will set you free. But don't get it twisted, ain't nothing sweet. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. My brother Drew Titan early in the AM, always speaking facts about the code. All the truth tellers, yeah, they real bold. The General 78, yeah, he real cold. Need some boxing history, shout out to Stormy B. Queen Shawala, always on the scene. And gotta give a shout out to our champ side. Getting us real facts, always down to ride. Now through one of these truth tellers, you found me. Now let's talk boxing with Coach B. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Shout out to my brothers Freedom March, Patrice X, who helped me put this whole thing together, and my sister, the great honorable Dr. Cameron Fields, helping us get our minds right. Mind, body, and soul. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Peace to the family, peace to my comrades, and it is always smoke to the COINTEL Pro Boxing fan family. Come on in, press that like button. Let me know that you can hear me loud and clear before we start. Let me know that you can hear me loud and clear before we get started this morning. It's been a long time since we did the desktop live, and I'm feeling pretty good. So come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. All right, I am loud and clear. Salute, Kid Kudo is in the building. Let me see how I sound on my other end. We're going to get this roll call started. Salute to all the comrades coming into the building. Let me see. All right. See what it sounds like. Testing. Testing. Oh yeah, I'm loud and clear. Loud and clear. All right, let's get this roll call started. As the people coming into the building, salute my first comrade in the building, Denitric Banner. Denitric Banner is our first comrade in formation, always keeping it G'd up.
Wow, wow. What's up, cat?
Damn.
Yeah. Some motherfucking doghouse battle cat collaboration right here. You know this motherfucker bang got to be. Straight West Coast style. Peep the script. I bang with the gang that don't need no intro. We run from East Long Beach to West South Central. Credential.
All right, let's see who we got next in the chat. In formation as the family rolls in. We got my comrade Dale Riv is in the building. Shout out to the comrade. Dale Riv is in the doggone building.
Killer. Baby. Kanye, this that 1970s heroin flow, huh?
Yeah, I hear people talking about who high, who now. Man, they don't know we finna kill the game this year. Killer, yay, come on.
Street mergers, I legislated the nerve. I never hate.
Let's see who we got next in the chat. I get lost in the music sometime. Salute Christina. Our comrade Christina is visiting us. Our comrade that I met over there on my honorable brother Trill Will's channel. Salute to Christina in the doggone building. Shout out to Christina in the doggone building.
Hey,
Salute to my comrade Kid Kudo. Salute to my comrade Kid Kudo is in the building. Hey. Salute to the comrade Black Jericho. Black Jericho is in the building. And last but not least, before we get cooking, my honorable brother Felix Nunez is in the doggone building. All right. Salute to the comrades in the building. Let's get into it. But first, y'all know what we have to do. StreamYard, give me the best background music that you can give a brother. Ah, there it is. Oh, there it is. Family, let me know that you can hear me loud and clear. So, family, as we approach this Saturday, our champion, the GWOAT, greatest woman of all time, Clarissa T-Rex Shields, fights in Atlanta, and it will be a celebration. I cannot wait to be in the building. It will be like an old school family reunion. Because regardless of what you all hear or what you have been told, stick together when the people come to ATL. Just like when Tank Davis fought Gamboa, half the people in that arena didn't know who Bodu Jack was, but they were there supporting him because we knew that our brother, whether he knows that he's our brother or not, Javante Tank Davis was fighting in ATL, and we don't care if you're from New York City. Oh yeah, hold on, y'all. Press that like button. See, yeah, they teaching me, coach. They said, coach, you got to slow down. You go right into cooking. You got to slow down and make the people press that like button first. You got to tell the people to share the live first. Yeah, we're gonna get into this cooking, but I'm missing some likes. It's for the free. All you got to do is press that like button. That's what you got to do. Press that like button, and then we're gonna get it cooking. Christina said, keep going, coach. All right. No matter where you're from, when you come to the ATL and you put on an event, the brothers and the sisters are going to come out and support you. Whether you are a fighter from DC, whether you are a fighter from the West Coast, whether you are a fighter from the Midwest, if you do an event in ATL, we're coming out to support. Now, the powers that be and us, the boxing supporters, we should be celebrating Clarissa Shields. We should be celebrating Clarissa Shields because for the past 3 years, she has done a summer camp for the youth in Atlanta, College Park, also in the Midwest. We should be celebrating because she represents the lineage of great Black American fighters that came before her. We should be celebrating Clarissa Shields because Clarissa Shields is one of the only boxers that made it plain and stood strong against racist Ryan Garcia, who all of a sudden now has a change of heart. She wasn't mincing her words. She was unapologetic about it. But instead, we have grown men and grown women constantly more focused about her relationship with Pat Poose. Brothers and sisters, we are in trouble. We have been infiltrated. Our sport has been infiltrated where they want to tell us the real boxing supporters of real boxing. They want to tell us how we should move. They want to tell us what we should speak about. They want to bring this MTV Crib Bad Girls Club crap into the sport of boxing. The honorable brother, Champside, did a live yesterday. And there was a gentleman by the name of Mr. Make It Happen, I believe. And I mean, he was just going out of his way to hate on Clarissa. But our brother Champside, he's been doing something that I need to learn how to do. He's been pulling up the chat history of trolls live, showing their hypocrisy, showing that a lot of these people that only show up to talk crap about Devin Haney, to talk crap about Clarissa Shields, their chat history shows that they were absent. Champside talked about Mauricio Suleiman and his disgusting behavior towards Bud Crawford. They were absent every time he balled up holding drug cheats, race fans, and racists, and double-minded, double-tongued boxing haters accountable. You all were absent, but for some reason, there's something inside of you that makes you pop up when Clarissa Shields' name comes up or when Devin Haney name come up. So there has to be something to this that we're going to break down today. Please press that like button. Oh yeah, I'm feeling good, y'all. 2 days, and I'm going to the event. But before we get to that, I want to play the family a little something that y'all know I like to play every few months. From one of my favorite movies, Malcolm X. Am I sharing it? Let's turn down the music just a little bit. Listen up, family. This is a scene in Spike Lee's Malcolm X, played by Denzel Washington. And I want you all to listen to this scene.
You ever done in your life?
Yes, sir.
You will be in the public eye. Beware of them cameras.
Beware of those cameras.
Oh, them cameras are bad as any narcotic.
Those cameras are bad as any narcotic.
The devil will be watching you every step.
That devil will be watching you every step.
Jealous, hostile.
Your brothers will be jealous, hostile.
Roll slowly.
Roll slowly.
Here's your glass. Dirty. Water, foul. If you offer this to the people, they have no choice. They'll drink from it if they're thirsty. If you offer them this glass, let them make their own decision. They will choose the pure vessel.
They will choose the pure vessel. Stream, y'all, let me get that background music back. So in that scene, the teacher is talking to his student, and the teacher says to his student, he says, brother, watch those cameras. The devil's going to be watching you every step of the way, and your brothers will become jealous. Your brothers will become hostile. If you give the people a half a glass of water and it's dirty water and that's all they have to drink, they'll drink it. But if you give them an option of this clean water, they will take the pure vessel. What is the clean water in the sport of boxing? Press that like button. What is the clean water in the sport of boxing that I'm speaking of? That clean water is the truth. That clean water is integrity. That clean water is unity. That clean water is fighters getting it out of the furnace of infliction and standing on it when they come out with great substance and not bending the knee. People love to talk about these trench babies. People love to talk about how tough Shakur is, how tough Keyshawn is. Those two would have broke already if they were under the hate and the scrutiny that Clarissa Shields has been under. It seems like she's almost like she comes out like she's rubbed against sandpaper. The more she deals with bitter people, her and Devin Haney, the more both of them deal with bitter people. The more that both of them deal with jealous people in the sport of boxing, the more that they deal with lying, double-minded, jiggle-coon boxing podcasters and content creators. They keep coming out with great substance. It seems that every time these commentators come out with their narrative, they keep shining. And some people are trying to figure out why we cannot break them. Why does it seem like they keep getting stronger and stronger? What is it about Devin and Clarissa that makes people this upset? What is it about Devin and Clarissa that makes you never comment, but all of a sudden you have the energy? All of a sudden, you feel something deep in your soul to say something now. I said to this gentleman yesterday, I said, I dare you to ask Champside to drop the link. And this guy had put like 80 chats in the chat, and he kept acting like he wasn't seeing Coach's words. He was responding to everybody else, but he wouldn't respond to me. That's how I knew he knew who I was, because he didn't want that smoke. Not only that, I knew that he's been watching Champside for a while for him to know who I am, because I don't talk on Champside every day. I rarely come through. So what are you dealing with? We are dealing with brothers and sisters who move like COINTELPRO agents. They move like that, and they have a treasonous spirit in them. Salute my brother, the Dirt Game Boss. Now, let's go back to that clip. The teacher is saying to the student, he says, be careful of those cameras. The more notoriety that you get, your brothers will become jealous and bitter. He's not warning him about the devils out here that will want to take our lives. We know them. He says, be careful, because your brothers are about to try you the more attention you get. Now let me show you why we are going down the same divine path over and over again. Why weren't the brothers jealous when Malcolm first got out of prison and met the minister? Hold that question. Why weren't the brothers jealous of Devin before he beat Linares? Why weren't the Bad Girls Club crew supporting Clarissa when she became a 2-time Olympic gold medalist? The reason why: some people have the discernment of a fish. They have no discernment at all. They see the hook that's being dangled in the water by the same puppet master that hated you, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, your great-grandmothers, your great-grandfathers. You see that hook, and it's being dangled by that same devil. It's being dangled by these same demonic forces in Hollywood, in boxing. And because you have no discernment, you bite onto that hook. And instead of you having smoke for the one dangling the hook, you got smoke for the other fish trying to tell you, come out from among them. You only have smoke for the fish who are trying to fight the forces of evil who want to destroy us all. So it's easy to war against your brother, but ain't nobody talking about David Benavidez going on a rant. Ain't nobody talking about Ryan Garcia's rant anymore. We forgiven him. We moved on. But when it comes to Clarissa, her saying she could beat Rolly hurt you so bad. It hurt you so bad that's the hill you're willing to stand on and die on. Coach, are you saying that she is beyond critique? No. What I'm saying is you never take the enemy's side. What I'm saying to you is you never take the enemy's side when clearly they have an agenda and have waged war on all of our top athletes, every single one of them. They find a reason to hate Shador. They find a reason to hate Angel Reese. They find a reason to hate Devin the Dream Haney. They find a reason and have given you a reason. Well, this is why you need to hate Clarissa. So all of a sudden, you all are the morality police, right? All of a sudden, you are the integrity police. Well, if that's the case, I'm calling you out as the liars that you are and the hypocrites that you are. Because if it was the case that you all really gave a damn about Clarissa being with Papoose, all the debauchery that's on the radio, all of the debauchery depicting black women as whores, as sluts, no matter how high you are in your profession, everything on TV, the black woman is promiscuous. And these are the things getting the highest ratings, a lot of it watched by black women. But you mean to tell me that your double-minded, double-tongued ways draws the line at Clarissa being with Papoose? You had nothing to say when Papoose held Remy Ma down. And Remy Ma cheated on Papoose with a man he was doing business with. And when men spoke up about it, a lot of these same women who are hating on Clarissa told us we need to stay out their business. That makes you a hypocrite. That makes you a liar. So you rather keep biting on the hook of that what hates you. That's why you have no smoke for Teofimo Lopez's father. You have no smoke for Tyson Fury's father. You have no smoke for Angel Garcia. You have no smoke for those who call you nigga. You hate what got love for you, and you love what hates you because you have the discernment of a dumbass fish. Ain't none of us perfect. Devin ain't, Clarissa ain't perfect, but damn it, when it comes to the sport of boxing, they are both perfect. They are good representations of people our kids can look up to. Let me go back to some of you hating women for a second. There's a brother running around here called Saucy Santana. And he has a song right now called, I believe it's called Quiet on the Creek. This song that a lot of women are praising. is about down low men keeping it quiet. And this man who's running around here with a lace front in his head, long nails, lashes, talking about these down low brothers and making a song about it. A lot of women are on TikTok. A lot of women are on IG twerking to it. You like it. But when it comes to Clarissa, who has one of the only movies in the last 20 years that is about a little black girl who becomes great, and she isn't giving up any ass in the movie. She isn't a whore in the movie. She doesn't lay up with Leonardo DiCaprio and a bunch of white men in the movie to get a award like Tiana Taylor did. But you got smoke for Clarissa? To you men. To you men who go out of your way to talk about this woman's relationship every day. What kind of man are you? Who raised you Negroes? That's what I want to know. Grown men trying to get views. And it's interesting because when you all get on panels with Clarissa and she reads you for the filth that you are, you don't have that much to say. You all wait till she gets off and you go back to your channel where it's safe and you continue talking crap. I don't know which one is worse. The Clarissa haters or the Devin haters. See, there is nothing wrong. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you saying, hey, I think Zab Judah can beat Floyd. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what we're doing right now as a community, and it has split us in half, in the middle of what seems to be a growing, serious race issue in our country right now. You think this is the time to be divided? And they love to use the sport of boxing to do it, because that's one of the only sports where you see one man, one woman, step in the ring with another and prove that they are superior. Now, before I talk about Dev, I want the young people to listen to me and listen to me good. Because we got some older brothers and some brothers of my generation and sisters. They're done. There is no changing them. They are stuck in their ways. They are stuck in their ways. But I want to talk to you about where this comes from. These brothers and sisters who are on these YouTube boxing spaces or whatever platform they're on, they have somewhere, I'm telling you, listen to me, somewhere down the line, somewhere in their blood, they had somebody that turned on the liberation and success of black people being successful. Nothing under the sun is new. If they are ops then, if they are ops now, they were ops then. Might have not been their father, might have not been their grandfather, but somewhere down the line, they had somebody that turned on black people. Salute Nata 86 in the building. Salute Felix Nunez in the building. Felix Nunez says, I think Clarissa haters are worse because she is a 2-time Olympic gold winner and 3-time undisputed. Her accolades warrant praise, not to be torn down, but a brother yesterday said she can't box. A brother yesterday said Clarissa can't box. Now, young people, let's go back in history for a second. I want to teach you something. There used to be something called meritorious manumission law. Does anybody know what meritorious manumission law is? Meritorious manumission. What is that, coach? Meritorious manumission laws gave a black person freedom if they alerted the plantation masters, the overseers of an uprising. Every single uprising in the U.S., every single one, had a Negro turn on the group and give up the coordinates, give up the plans, every single time, even the successful uprisings. It was always a Negro who thought their individual freedom was more important than the liberation and freedom of everybody. So we put a plan together and we say, look, y'all know we don't work on Sunday. So when we get off on Saturday, we're going to take the overseer down first. We're going to take some of the house slaves down. And we're going to kill everybody in the house. We're going to unalive everybody in the house. We're going to get the women and children. And we're going to head to South Carolina and meet up with our Geechee brothers and sisters. And they're going to escort us down to Seminole territory in Florida. Later on that night, the slave master and 20 other white men pull everybody outside, rifles in their hand. And you're sitting there trying to figure out what's going on. Well, what you don't know is one of the other slaves named Shakun went and told Master Tom your plans. Can you imagine the anger? Can you imagine the betrayal that those people felt in those moments? We have a lot of meritorious manumission Negroes around us now. They don't want to deal with the hardship of trying to get their followers out the mud, standing up on truth, building content from their own mind, opening up a book and getting ideas. They have decided that, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and turn on my own people. You know what? I got an idea. maybe I can take some of the pressure off of me if I tell everybody, oh, you know, I'm Puerto Rican, technically. I'm not really black. Maybe I can get some of the weight off of me if I show the slave masters, I mean the promotional organizations in the sport of boxing, that we'll knock Devin Haney's head off. And maybe they'll give me that love that I never had from my father. Maybe they'll push me to the front and make me the star. The problem is, you still eventually have to fight that brother. What's going on, family? Devin Haney says, white T-boy could never beat me. And it's CNN. And he is still paying for that today. But David Benavidez can say, hey man, you ninjas pussies. And if you don't want no smoke, don't light the match. T.O. can say, where them ninjas at? And they bringing Michael J. White around to have a face-off with T.O., one of our greatest martial art legends, is standing there with T.O. Is sitting there with Vlad after he disrespected our elders again and again. Which is why I'm glad one of our brothers who's in the upcoming martial arts movie with him and our brother from The Last Dragon, they said to Michael J. White, brother, you don't do what you want to do. Your words hold too much weight because you're one of our best at something. Everybody gets a pass. Kyrie Irving, they make an example out of. Colin Kaepernick, they make an example out of. Shedeur Sanders, they make an example out of. But some of you got time to hate on Dev. And now I'm seeing people try to say that it's Devin's fault that all of these fights aren't happening. And I sat back and I said, well, damn, do you all want Devin to fight for free until he gets beat? It seemed like at that point, family. That's what it seems like. Devin, just take the scraps. If you want it like that, just take the scraps, even if it leaves you poor. This is the new cowardly narrative. All of them are ducking each other. You mean to tell me you hate Devin so much that you're too much of a coward? You're too much of a coward to say, you know what? I must say, Devin is the one, not ducking. He really must be Debo at this point. Y'all are saying, nah, all of them are like that. Now y'all are saying, well, Devin, Keyshawn, Shakur, all of them are ducks. Simply because there's so much hate in your heart for your brother. It's literally hate. It's literal vindictiveness. Salute my brother Drew Titan in the building. It's literally vindictiveness in your heart. Some of you content creators, I want you to know this. Look up meritorious manumission law. Look up the Virginia meritorious manumission law of 1806. And you will see that the same treasonous spirit that was in Negroes then is the same treasonous spirit that is in you. These damn demons are dangling the hook in the water. And the truth tellers that are in the water with you are telling you, come this way. But you trust that hook more than you trust the truth. It's so bad now, family, you can tell somebody the truth and they don't even want to hear it. Now, that is one of the most dangerous places you can be when it comes to ignorance. When somebody has so much hate that when you show them that the truth doesn't support your narrative and they still don't want to hear it, at that point, you're dealing with the devil himself. At that point, you are dealing with a Judas-like spirit inside of a vessel that shouldn't hold that at all. So this is what's going to happen. Because just like we got eyes, this young generation got eyes too. Why would they listen to anything y'all got to say when they see y'all hating? You know, I had some strong feelings about Keyshawn, but then when I heard Coach Dorsett talk, I said, this is why these brothers so effed up. Look at who they got around them. Look who they got mentoring them. You mean to tell me that you all are telling these brothers that they don't have to be accountable for nothing? You mean to tell me that you all are telling these brothers, these young brothers, that in business, they ain't got to make no compromise in negotiations? This is the type of business that you all are telling these brothers. You double-minded, double-tongued Negroes. Let me show you how you a hypocrite. Because some of them say, come on, coach. What did Elijah Muhammad tell Malcolm in that clip? He told him, he said, brother, those cameras are greater than any narcotic. And this is what has happened. Some of you put these cameras on these laptops, your desktop. You get a few followers and you start talking crazy. Don't nobody really see y'all at fights? All of you haters who talk crap about Clarissa, pull up to ATL on Saturday. Come to the State Farm Arena. And if you feel as strong as you do, go on in the crowd and see if she ain't got no people that love her. See if she don't got no people that love her. Because some of you are talking as if you want to cause harm to that woman. It ain't even about boxing anymore. Some of you talk like you want to cause harm to Devin the Dream Haney. And I'm going to tell you why else you mad at Dev. You're also mad because everybody done ran up on Dev outside that ring done lost. Salute Drew Titan in the building. Everybody that done ran up on Dev, done ran up on Bill, for the most part, are done snatched up or packed out. Let me show you how you're hypocrites. Let me start with the Devin haters. Devin Haney haters. The reason why I think you're worse than the Clarissa Shields haters is a lot of her haters are women. It's a few sassy ass men who are hating, but I believe that a lot of them are just doing it for views. We got some men amongst us who have homoerotic fantasies about Tank Davis, which is why they hate Dev. We have some men around us who maybe didn't have a father in their life, and for that reason, they hate on Bill. We have some haters in our midst who have tried to make Dev seemed like he's scary. And what we're seeing is that couldn't be further from the truth. Keyshawn ducked. Shakur ducked. I don't know why y'all keep trying to bring up Tank. Matias ducked. Liam Paro looked like he trying to duck. You understand what I'm saying to you? So what you all do is you get up behind every fighter that's Devin Haney's opposition, and then you leave them. But one of your worst nightmares is about to happen. You see, the energy that you all wanted Brian Norman Jr. to do to Dev, y'all done effed around, been yes men to Keyshawn, and now that energy might happen to Keyshawn. Because I know personally, listen to me now, I know personally that Brian Norman Jr. is training right now. How you know, Coach? How you know, Coach? How you know, Coach? Can't tell y'all that. Just know I know. Just know I know. And if they put Keyshawn in with Brian Norman Jr., Keyshawn better be ready for the fight of his life. But this is what you all have asked for. Let me tell you why else you all are so upset. Now, to all my comrades in the chat, and family, the link is in the chat if you want to call in. But let me say this. The reason why, if you all pay attention, the last few years, do you all notice that the Devin Haney haters and the Clarissa haters, they're getting more and more aggressive? Y'all notice that? They have more and more vitriol in them every year that goes by that these two are knocked off the scene. To the point where it's people talking, pulling up on people. It's people talking about leaking their addresses. So what we need to ask ourselves, what the hell is going on? Why are these people getting this upset about Devin and Clarissa, but they give passes to racists in the sport of boxing? I'm going to tell you why. They are mad because those of us who are truth tellers, who have been talking about the walls closing in on them from the beginning of this head-to-toe cabal, of this tag team WWE boxing, you're upset. You're mad. Do you all remember when we told you that Keyshawn and Shakur were moving like bitter baby mamas? You all said that we were just being haters and Devin Haney meat riders. Do you all remember that? That's right, Black Jericho. The hate in them, it's festering out of control. You're getting more and more upset. Let's go into this for a second. You all said that you all hated Bill because of the way Bill talks. Right? But you have no smoke for Teofimo Lopez's father, who always is running his mouth and being ignorant and running around saying the N-word when he gets drunk at events. But you don't have smoke for him. God damn it, but you got smoke for your brother. You are treasonous people. And it's gonna come a day. It's gonna come a day. It's already here. Y'all see what keeps happening every time y'all try to run down on the Haneys. We saw what happened when they tried to run down on a few people from Shield's team up in Detroit. Y'all getting packed out. Because some of you have in your mind, and you believe these narratives, that these people are soft, that these people are cowards, and the people around them are soft and cowards. Listen, I can tell you now, I went to an event where Clarissa Shields was getting a reward. And she was getting rewarded for the youth summer camp she did last summer. Took my kid out there, and there was a tent they had set up that was just for Clarissa's people. And I looked over there, I said, man, I pray don't nobody come out here trying to hate on Clarissa, because they're going to have a bad day. And that's the day that I realized that these haters in these spaces, they don't come outside. They not at the fights. They not paying the money. This is why the powers that be in the sport of boxing are seeing that the racist Latinos that they try to push, it's not working. Because the race fans only buy tickets on the West Coast. Let me say that again. Press that like button, subscribe, let the people know we're live. I said the race fans only buy tickets on the West Coast. So Devin beats Linares, you're not happy. Devin beats Loma, you're not happy. Devin beats Cambosis, you're not happy. Devin beats Regis, you're not happy. Ryan cheats against Dev, beats Dev, and you Negroes can't unsee the left hook. Then you Negroes, in your disgusting, cowardly way, just like race fans, try to make an excuse. Try to make an excuse for the cheating. Salute, my good brother. I am True Will in the building. Then you all say you diagnosed Devin Haney with PTSD, and he beats a former unified champion, a former Olympian, Jose Ramirez, and that wasn't good enough. Then you all said, but this time for sure, Brian Norman Jr. is gonna knock Devin out. He gonna step on Dev. Brian Norman's too strong. Brian Norman is the knockout recipient of the year. There's no way Devin can do anything with Brian Norman Jr. There's no way. There's no way. And Devin beats the champ Brian Norman Jr., who had the testicular fortitude to make the fight happen, unlike Keyshawn, unlike Shakur. These cowards that you keep on defending. Coach, are you calling them cowards because they can't fight? No. The brothers can fight. I call them coward because they kowtow to racist Mexicans. I call them coward because they go out their way to be a sympathizer to those who are harmful and hateful towards our people. And I will never take the enemy's side. I call them coward because they ran around like they were trench babies whole time. They're bitter baby mamas. I call them coward because they are the ones leading the front of a cowardly generation, putting a cowardly stamp on Black American boxing. I dare. Let me drop this link. I dare anybody to call in. I dare anybody to press that link right there. Call in and defend your, we ain't gonna call it hate, because none of you would like to claim your haters. I dare you to press that link and explain to me why you hate Clarissa or your objection to Clarissa or your objection to death, and you have been silent, and we have not seen you about Teofimo Lopez racist rant, about Ryan Garcia racist rant, about Mauricio Suleiman calling Bud Crawford a coward, but then telling Usyk, we hope and wish you well after you drop our belt. If you cannot tell me where you were and give me a good excuse why we didn't hear a loud rebuke from you then, and now you have something to say, God damn it, you better not touch that link. But if you feel you have enough in you to defend this, I dare you to press that goddamn link. Salute to my people over there on Rumble. There is no defense for this. That's right, Kid Kudo. You were silent about Eddie Reynoso's dirty fighters. They put Munguia right back in there. You were silent. But you got smoke for this? So you say, oh, well, coach, I just don't like Clarissa saying she can beat Rolling. Well, you know what I don't like? Let me tell you what coach don't like. I don't like you all giving Tio a pass, using racial slurs, using degrading our men, our women, and you all, this is his third time, and y'all gave him a pass, and you want to talk to me about Clarissa saying that she beat Rolling, that she could beat a man. Guess what, y'all? I'm about to tell y'all something that's about to hurt your feelings. I have seen Clarissa beat up men in sparring. There are some men that could knock her ass out, but I've seen her beat up some men in sparring. And listen, all of y'all can't fight. It is what it is. And then she said it to hurt your feelings. Oh, well. See, I'm a man. If Clarissa said to my face, I can whoop your ass, I would say to Clarissa, you got to show me. I'm a goddamn man. But I ain't got to go on no damn tirade about it. When we got people calling us pussies. All of us. All of us. All of us. Press the link. See, I wanted that brother yesterday, Mr. Make It Happen. I wanted him to press that link so bad. Because one of the greatest things that Champ Side's been doing is pulling up that chat history of you double-minded COINTELPRO boxing fans. Showing the liar that you are. Showing how you have been silent. All of those lies that Champ Side done dropped. All of those lies Champ Side done talked about the Eddie Reynoso camp scandal. All of those lies Champ Side did about the Mauricio Suleiman fund out of Nevada. All of those lies Champ Side did about Ryan Garcia's rant. All of those lies. Holding these people accountable. You were silent. But it's something about Devin and Clarissa. Now you got something to say. I didn't think so. I didn't think you wanted to press that link. Brothers and sisters, this Saturday, Clarissa Shields, the GWOAT. Don't believe whatever crap they're trying to tell y'all. The State Farm Arena is almost sold out. The State Farm Arena is almost sold out. The Black National Anthem will be played. And no matter how much you hate Clarissa, guess what? ATL about to show the black boxing community how we stand up, how we stick together. All of our differences that might be going on in the city, we're going to put it to the side to show up. Because we know we all we got. we know that we're in the middle of hostile territory. If you go 30 miles outside of Atlanta, north, south, east, or west, you know that you can run into some racist, backwood, redneck, Pabst Blue Ribbon drinking rednecks. So we're going to show the whole boxing community. So if you're in the South and you can get to ATL, this weekend going to feel like NBA All-Star Weekend. We're going to show you how it's done. Floyd Mayweather going to be in the building. Lotto bringing Clarissa out. And Coach of the Truth Tellers going to be in the building. And I'm going to tell you now, if you see me and you want to show me love, hey, come show me love. But if you got some bad stuff in your heart, don't approach me. I'm taking off. If you ain't from the ATL and you coming as a guest and you see somebody, one of these truth tellers on these YouTube spaces, you better check who they with first. Don't bring your crap to ATL. Don't bring that BS to ATL, because you're going to find your issue and you're going to end up in Rice Street, Fulton County Jail and get that ass whooped some more. Love, perfect love, cast out all fear. Perfect love, cast out all fear. That's why I will never take the enemy's side. When they're talking about Devin Haney's nose, and they're talking about his father's nose and their facial features, I'll never take the enemy's side. When they're calling Clarissa Shields a whore for sleeping with Papoose, I'll never take the enemy's side. I'll never take his side. I'll never take his side. State Farm Arena is almost sold out. And I'm going to keep speaking truth to power, like I was telling my brother True Will on the phone the other day. Because my brother was in town, I wasn't able to pull up on my brother. Because what we're getting ready for. Because God been blessing us. But like I was telling my brother True Will, I said, man, we keep on speaking this truth to power, I might get a Brian Norman versus Keyshawn fight in ATL. John ain't got no more bargaining power. So what did I say to y'all on the other live? I said, well, don't look like I'm going to get Dev and Keyshawn in ATL, but maybe I'll get somebody in ATL soon. Meritorious manumission Negroes. You content creators who have decided that you are going to trade your integrity for views. Those of you who have decided that you will put our reputation on the back burner. Salute my brother Patrice X in the building. Salute my brother Trey Titan. This is a day of separation, family. Ain't nobody our way from fine. People keep talking about, oh, what we gonna do? I'm scared. This is going on. This is going on. You don't stick together, you should be scared. You should be scared because you don't want to stick together. Hold on, family. Salute my brother St. Louis Mix. He says, my phone been tripping, so I haven't been able to comment, but I'm in cook, brother. Now that there's more people in here, I'm going to play this one more time. Listen up. Hold that thought, StreamYard. I want to play this for the family one more time.
More work than you've ever done in your life.
Yes, sir.
You will be in the public eye. Beware of them cameras. Oh, them cameras are bad as any narcotic. Might double be watching your every step. And your own brothers will be jealous, hostile, go slowly.
Yes, sir.
Here's a glass. Dirty. Water, foul. If you offer this to the people, they have no choice. They'll drink from it if they're thirsty. You offer them this glass.
If you offer them the clean glass, if you offer them the truth, they will choose it. And we have to offer that to our young. This is something that must happen. We have enough falsehood in the sport of boxing. Some people say, well, coach, it's more to talk about than Clarissa. It's more to talk about than Deb. It's more to talk about than Boots. Why don't you all talk about the other stuff that's going on in boxing? Because these are the people that are at the top of the algorithm, and it is affecting the hearts and minds of those who follow the sport. And we have been infected with a parasitic culture of people who aren't even real boxing fans speaking on our behalf. We war not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. While our women and children are being attacked and slaughtered all over the nation right now, and they're trying to keep it under wraps. So there is no uprising. So you don't unify. Listen to me. We do not have time. We do not have time for this disunity. We don't have time for it. The walls are closing in. The walls are closing in. Don't let the views and the cameras destroy you, brother and sister. Stop thinking that all of our conversations that we have in-house, you got to share with the world. Because there's conversations they're having about your black ass right now that they're never going to share with you. They're never going to share with us. But you want to tell them everything. You want to bring them to the house and you want to show them everything. This is where we sleep. This is where we grow our food. This is where we keep our munitions. Come on in, eat what you want. Sleep with our women. Kick your feet up. Wiggle your toes, because that's how weak we are. We ain't got no smoke for Max Kellerman. We ain't got no smoke for Mike Coppage. We ain't got no smoke for Sean Zattel. We ain't got no smoke for Bob Arum. We ain't got no smoke for Eddie Hearn. Your smoke is preserved for Bill Haney. Your smoke is preserved for Clarissa Shields. You cowards. You cowards. You cowards. You ain't got no smoke for Frank Warren. You ain't got no smoke for Teofimo Lopez's father. You ain't got no smoke for Ryan Garcia's family. You ain't got no smoke for Robert Garcia. They can talk all the trash that they want. You don't have no smoke for them. Your smoke is preserved for Devin and Clarissa Shields, because you're a coward. It's easy to fight against your own than you to fight against what you deem inside already a winner. Right? In your mind, why am I going to go against Eddie Hearn and he's rich? He's richer than a white T-man. What he says must be right. Why I'm going to go against Max Kellerman? He's Max Kellerman, right? Because that's how y'all move. The only time I've heard brothers talking about pulling up on other brothers is when two black men are about to fight. I ain't heard nobody talk about pulling up on Ryan. Nobody. I think Najee from Cigar Boxing Talk was the only one at that press conference that ran up on T.O. and asked him, yo, what's up with all the racist stuff? Champside, he was the only one that interviewed Ryan and didn't try to sugarcoat nothing. Clarissa Shields, who y'all got smoked for. None of your favorite fighters is forcing the Black National Anthem to be played like Clarissa is. None of your fighters, none of your favorite promoters calls in as much as Bill Haney and says, we want to take our next event to a city full of black folks like ATL. Does Oscar De La Hoya give a damn about a black audience? Does Eddie Hearn, who y'all want to defend, give a damn about a black audience? My brother Black Jericho says Najee turned right around and was smiling in Ryan Garcia's face. And some of you probably don't know, but Najee did a live, I think the next day after that. And I called in. I have to go back and find that. I called in and I cammed up. And I talked to Najee. And I gave him the same type of talking that I'm giving y'all now. And it was people in the chat that said, man, he had to write this stuff down. And it was some of my comrades. Damn it, it was some of my comrades in the chat that said, no. That's Coach Hudson. He give it up like that every day. He stay on that truth like that every day. That's why he don't gotta write it down. That's who he is. Don't it feel good when you're in the ranks with some truth tellers? Damn it, don't it feel good? So family, I'm gonna leave y'all on this note. Y'all ain't ever gonna stop me from defending my people. And to those of you who got something to say about who I defend, let me say this. All of the truth tellers, all of them, whoever you deem a truth teller, all of us have defended your favorite fighters more than you defended them, you coward. You see, you have no smoke to go against the powers that be. So when Mauricio Suleiman stepped out of line, it was the truth tellers that stood up. when Tank Davis went against Leo Santa Cruz and they started that racist crap, it was us defending Tank. Where were you? You were scared to death to fight. When they were calling Shakur Stevenson, Tom and Jerry against Zapata, who stood up to defend Shakur? It was the truth tellers, because you cowards only have hate in you reserved for your own. You don't want to go against the powers that be. When they talked about Boots getting hit in the third round by Xander, who stood up to defend Boots? When Bob Arum tried to blackball Terrence Crawford, who stood up to defend him? My track record is solidified. You can't ever check me about being a Devin Haney meat writer, a Clarissa Shields meat writer, a Tank meat writer, any of that. I defend my people and I never take the enemy's side. I never take his side. I never take his side. As soon as I see him ganging up on a brother or sister, I never take his side. Where were you when they were running around calling Alicia Baumgartner a whore? We were defending her. But what happens is the amnesia sets in when some of these same people get around the slave master, get around the overseer. And life looks like it's going to be easier for them. My brother Patrice X says, facts, track record undefeated. And if you think I'm lying, go watch the videos. They on my channel. Defend your people and never take your enemy's side. Soon as I thought we were headed with the Clarissa's untamed beast, I said, hold on. We're not going to do that. They started talking about Devin Haney's nose. Hold on. We're not going to do that. They started calling Shakur Runner. Hold on. We're not going to do that. When Mauricio Suleiman called Bud Crawford a coward. Hold on. We're not going to do that. When they called Tank Davis a slow-talking a coward that was running from everybody under Floyd Mayweather's protection, I defended him. I said, we're not going to do that because you all don't hold these other fighters from outside of our tribe to the same standard. So that small time excuse you want to use don't work over here. What we should be asking is, where were you? Where were you when it was time to fight? Where were you when it was time to stand up on truth? You are absent from the class. You were absent, nowhere to be found. So like I always say, every time I go live on my desktop, on the StreamYard, I drop the link. And you know you can't defend this. You know you can't defend your treasonous Judas spirit. So you don't press that link. When real truth stands up, family, falsehood just looks stupid. It just looks stupid or ignorant. When their talking points don't work, they go to yelling. They go to talking about pulling up. I got news for y'all, fam. It ain't over with. It's about to get worse. This is that day of separation. But I feel good knowing that I get to be with my people on Saturday. I get to stand in a sold-out arena and hear the Black National Anthem being played in Black Atlanta. And no matter how much you hate, the unified are always going to come out on top. Comrades, I appreciate you all coming through. We are almost monetized, and I could not do it without you. Make sure you all check out that new Nipsey Hussle coming out tomorrow. Make sure you all come to the fight if you're near ATL to watch the GWOAT. Floyd Mayweather will be in the building. A lot of celebrities, of course, are going to be in the building. We're in Atlanta. A lot of boxers have already flown in. A lot of them are here already. So I hope to see some of you all there. It's going to be a night full of love. You got that hate in your heart, that ain't the place you want to be, because ain't nothing sweet about it. Peace to the family. Peace to my comrades. And it is always smoke to the Cold Intel Pro boxing fan. Peace. praise is due to the Most High. We talking boxing talk. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Sometimes like in boxing, life knock you down. Get up on both feet, we never accept defeat. Remove the chains off your mind and take your time. The truth teller's always on the front line. You COINTELPRO boxer fans, you're dead wrong. Spitting division and hate all day long. But I rebuke you spineless devils in the name of Jesus. And y'all know we really don't give a damn about your wicked motives, always trying to split the fam. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Sunday afternoon, I need to unwind. I grab a cup of tea and play my sister Sugar Free. Mars, her knowledge, she will set you free. But don't get it twisted, ain't nothing sweet. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. My brother Drew Titan early in the AM, always speaking facts about the code. All the truth tellers, yeah, they real bold. The General 78, yeah, he real cold. Need some boxing history, shout out to Stormy B. Queen Shawala, always on the scene. And gotta give a shout out to our champ side. Getting us real facts, always down to ride. Now through one of these truth tellers, you found me. Now let's talk boxing with Coach B. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Shout out to my brothers Freedom March, Patrice X, who helped me put this whole thing together, and my sister, the great honorable Dr. Cameron Fields, helping us get our minds right. Mind, body, and soul.